bedding in with Neil Atkinson, with Andy Bell, with Gareth Roberts and with Phil Blundell to be a bit of an antidote to some of the other stuff that we're doing at the moment on this first one of this little run that we're doing here in Papillon, a fantastic Liverpool bar on Hope Street. A bit of an antidote, Gareth, in that we get excited about transfers, and we do, and I don't like the people being cooler than now around transfers. Rob's like beat it out of me over years. He said, stop being a fucking hypocrite, you love it when we buy new players, and don't act cool as fuck. And he's right, and he is right, and we're all right about that. But then I think there's a flip side of it at times, which is the thing that happens in summers or towards the end of seasons, is you do forget what the players you've had have done for you. Yep. You begin to really take the lads that you've had for granted because there's all these new shiny toys.
Yeah, exactly that. In that, you know, I love it when we sign someone. I love all the, you know,
a big hitter,
the madness. Yeah, the big hitter, and you know, the scarf and the press conference, and you dig up all his old goals for his old club and all the rest of it. But equally, yeah, I think you're right in that. You know, you see some of the conversations online, and you can't help but see them. Especially in what we're doing, you have to look. There's no escape, and like it gets you downhearted because it's like there's a demand sometimes from certainly a quite a significant group of fans who are just like, you've always got to buy, there's always got to be another one, and if there isn't, lack of ambition, get the owners out. Me saying what I'm saying makes me a top red, you know, all of that bullshit, and it's like, no, there's definitely...
The top red thing will just always make me laugh, you know. I've decided I'm just laughing at these people on
there's got to be a balance. There's got to be a balance between always saying there's someone better and always going for someone better, and saying, actually, do you know what, the lads we've got on these long-term deals, you've already delivered X and Y, they're quite good. This lad here who's been here since he was 6 and is now 20 and is getting better year on year. I'm excited about seeing more from him as well. And it's like, you know, it's the black and white thing and the no grey, isn't it? I think is the problem here. You know, like if Curtis Jones starts in midfield, like in one of the first games of next season, that does not automatically mean lack of ambition. It means a lad has worked really hard for 14 years and is getting something back for it.
That's boring. And no, but that's what it sort of mean. Like, and that's why I've got a bit of sympathy for that, because that's I think people think that's boring in a sense, in that it's not the new shiny thing. It's not bringing it in. I think the lad working really, really hard becomes. You know, I think it's the difference, you know, between watching a long-form television or just getting a really boss film where loads of things explode, basically. And that's one of the things that this is, you know, that's what it becomes, and I think that's hard for people. And I've got a bit of sympathy for that as well, because it's drilled into everyone. You've got to win the transfer window, and then what happens is Everton win the transfer window and don't win any of the games.
I mean, it's mad that that's now in the lexicon, isn't it? You know, that was said by Ped, wasn't it? On Sky Sports, mate, sure you do subscribe. But, you know, to say it and to, even on a jokey level, mean it is madness for me. It's like, because, yeah, I mean, look, I was excited when Liverpool bought 4, 5 and 6 players at times and things like that, especially when we were shit, but we're not shit. That's a difference to me now. It's like, I do want Liverpool to sign players, and I would like another midfielder, and I'd like to see another lad up front, and all of them things that we talked about all summer. But equally, the idea that you need to be going out and just doing a massive shop, like 5, 6, 7, a big overhaul. Why? I don't see overhaul. What about the lads who were injured, who were coming back? I'm looking forward to seeing them. But again, the cynicism around it all is really weird, or I find it really weird. It's like, oh yeah, just drop a Virgil video because you're not buying no one or whatever. And it's like, oh, give us a break, lad. Do you know what I mean? It's just...
The thing for me is I really struggle with the lack of trust these people have in the people who have been making the decisions for the last, 5, 6, 7 years at the club, and proven to be quite good at it. It's like, you know this thing that we're good at? I want you to do something completely different just to make me happy, because I like spending loads of money on football. I'm really excited about it. And I know, but signing good players are signing good players, but it's like, whatever they do, I'm almost quite happy to just go, just let them do it if that's what they decide. Like, if that's what they decide to do, let them do it.
I blame the gaffer for that though a bit, you know, in that I think because he's gone out of his way to make clear that he's not like a huge part of the transfer process. Yeah. And then the flip side of that is everyone says you're only getting success because of Klopp. Like this idea of like Klopp's bailing the owners out who was showing insufficient ambition and all of that sort of stuff. And what are we going to do when Klopp goes? But within that, I think there is something where the manager says he has ultimate control over the transfers at the end of the day. He goes out of his way to say that as well, but that bit he downplays because he doesn't want to talk about transfers. He finds them fucking boring. Yeah.
Hello Reds, thanks for watching a preview of our video there. If you want to watch the full thing, just click join below and you'll get the full video as well as the rest of our premium package, including all you need before and after every Liverpool game. We'll throw in a few perks too, including discounts at the Anfield Wrap shop. Get it! So click join, get involved, see you on the other side. Up the Reds.